Well, let me introduce you to the mastermind behind this program and this whole project, Swami Mitrananda. He is the Acharya of Chinmaya Mission Chennai and also the Director of Special Projects and South Zone, All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, and is the visionary behind this movement, transforming Indians to transform India. Swamiji's great 2047, the National Quiz for Students Awakening Indians to India and the Youth Empowerment Program. Swamiji has been part of the mission since his childhood days and has been instrumental in transforming many individuals across the world. Swamiji, may we request you to lead us on to what this project is all about.
My salutations to His Excellency and to everyone present here. Pranam, good evening. Subramanya Bharati met Sri Aurobindo, and Sri Aurobindo was involved in Indian freedom movement and withdrew from it completely and was in started practicing a spiritual life, living in Pondicherry. And Subramanya Bharati was very, very passionate, patriotic Indian. So he met him and he said, "You were a revolutionary and you suddenly withdrew from India's freedom movement and spending time in solitude, silence, meditation. Why this kind of a transformation all of a sudden? Is that okay for you to do that? Withdraw when India needs your support, and you were part of the freedom movement, you withdrew, you sat quietly for meditation, is that okay?" Sri Aurobindo replied, he said, "I know for sure India would become free, but not sure about Indians." Sri Aurobindo meant a very deep statement. India would definitely become free. Freedom is there. We would get it sooner or later. But what about Indians? Are they free? Would Indians be free? He said, for that freedom, you need spiritual base. They are not free from so many things. And for that kind of a freedom, if you need spiritual base. And that's why I'm practicing this, so that I impart this knowledge and people can experience freedom. My master, Swami Chinmayanandaji, always emphasized on individual transformation. In fact, when he was addressing in the United Nations premises, the topic of the talk was the planet in crisis. There he said very clearly, only through individual change we can bring about a change in the world. There he said, you change and the world around you would change. We always waited that somebody else will come, make this change for us. And we waited and waited quite long. Then we realized that someone will come. There is no someone out there. We need to make the change. So inspired by his vision of you change and the world around you will change, we took up this project. We had this for a very long time. We were discussing this, how to go about 3 years from now as part of Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji's birth centenary celebration. Swamiji was born in the year 1916, so we have the grand celebration from 2015 to 2016. So we thought we would start it in advance because he worked on transforming lives. And we thought this would be a very ideal program to take up his centenary celebration and start. And when we discussed this project with Swami Tejomayanji, the present head of the Chinmaya Mission, Guruji said, and he gave us this title. The title is so inspiring, and it was Guruji's words. He said, Transforming Indians to Transform India. Have this project under this title and take the movement. And that's how the title came for this program. And we thought, what are the areas we need transformation? How do we go about making this transformation? What are the areas we actually need transformation? Economic transformation, the policies are different. So many other kinds of transformation, the policies are different. But individual transformation, what should we look at? So we have taken up 7 major areas which are very important for a person's progress in life and for transformation. And this is what we have been trying to implement through our 90 Chinmaya Vidyalayas. We are implementing this particular concept, which we call it as Chinmaya Vision Program, where we are trying to bring in change in 7 areas or 7 dimensions. One is naturally love for India. Swami Vivekananda said, if you feel, you would act for India, you would work for India. Unless we feel, we will not do anything. We have to feel. So the first dimension we have taken is feel for India. Love for India. Patriotic transformation. And that's where I take the responsibility. Every individual takes the responsibility. I change and I want to bring in change to India. So to bring in change, I must first change. And the second is health, physical. Health is very, very important for us. It is important that we take care of the health because a healthy person can do much more. And health is something which cannot be ignored. And in India, we have many wonderful methods, right from food habits to yoga, pranayama. So many methods are there by which one can keep a very healthy body. So the first transformation, the second transformation we are talking about is change, bring back good health. It was Lokmanya Tilak. When he wanted to get involved into Indian freedom movement, almost 1 year he took off. He said, first let me work on my health. I improve my health and then I come to work for India. So health is something which we need to keep in mind. And so the second dimension is health. Third is emotions. Individually, we should know to handle our emotions. Many people don't even know how to deal with this. So we have brought up in our book, the third dimension talks about emotional intelligence, handling emotions well. And the fourth dimension is intellectual transformation. We feel something, but we are not able to do it. Our intellect says something, but not able to achieve. Clarity at the intellectual level is something which we find in an individual is missing. And that clarity needs to be enhanced. We need to bring the clarity. At the intellectual level, the confusion should go. So the fourth dimension deals with intellectual clarity. The fifth one talks about Indian culture. Indian culture is something so profound and so beautiful, and we have stood time with it, and it is something which we need to understand its beauty, significance, etc. So the fifth one talks about Indian culture. Sixth one speaks about spiritual transformation. It is here a person is very, very important. A person who takes up to spirituality would contribute much more and would make his life fulfilled. Someone gave me, one of the IAS officers gave me a visiting card, and I found a very interesting quote in his visiting card. He says, let spirit lead the matter. Such a very, very fascinating, I saw the card, and he came to us to talk about, we always have corporate social responsibility, CSR. He said Chinmaya Mission should take up CSR, corporate spiritual responsibility. So that is something which he said, you people take it up, and that is important. Corporate spiritual responsibility. And in Chinmaya Institute of Management, we are working on this, how we can take up corporate spiritual responsibility. But the matter, the tagline in his card was so fascinating. Let spirit lead the matter. If we are led by spirit, we live a spirited life. When Spirit leads us, we evolve. So that's the sixth dimension of transformation we are looking at, spiritual transformation. And the seventh one is India always guided the world. We were the first ones to arrive on mathematics. We were the first ones to arrive on science. We showed the world. And our daily prayer, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. That was our prayer. The whole world is one family. We always trained to have a universal vision. Look at the universe as a whole family. So the seventh dimension is universal family, a vision for a universal family, universal outlook. So these are the seven transformations, and we felt if we talk these seven, it would become only a it would become only a lecture, and not many people may pay attention. So we thought we'll write stories. So we have written 7 stories, each one patriotic, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, cultural, spiritual, and universal outlook. On each of these topics, we have written a story. And the story itself would be more of an interaction. That's why this book is called Transforming Indians to Transform India. Interactional stories. 7 stories with interaction. That's how we have titled the book. And this 7 stories, it could be a more easier method for people to read. And then we said we should have a quiz, because we have few experiences in the quiz. Long back, All India Chinmaya Yoga Kendra took up a wonderful quiz called Art of Man Making, based on the book which Gurudev has written for the youth, based on the Gita. On that we had, and that was our first exposure in conducting a national quiz. From there we gained experience, and then we went around doing Awakening Indians to India, and there that was a major success for us, a bigger breakthrough where we could take it up to a few lakhs. And then we had, in Chennai we tried out a family quiz, and that was again a great success. And so keeping these 3 experiences in the past, we thought this would be the best. We'll take up a quiz for the first year of Gurudev's centenary celebration, that a quiz would be conducted on this book, on the 7 dimensions of change. And the second year, on the same 7 topics, we would like to conduct seminars across India in all districts. On each topic, we will train people, we will have experts in our panel, and go about conducting seminars as a continuation of this program, how we can bring about this transformation. That would be, let us say, on each topic, it can be a 3.5-hour seminar. That would be in the year 2014. In 2015, we are thinking of doing a national rally. Rally across India. From 5 areas we start, from Kashmir, Run of Kutch, Arunachal Pradesh, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. And probably we would meet in Delhi or in Hyderabad. This is our plan, where we would start this on 15th of August 2015 and take this rally across to mid-December. Let's say 4 months. And our target, and we are very, very confident of doing, is every day in every route, 5 routes we are going, in every route we would like to at least address minimum 5 to 10,000 people. That means we are looking at reaching out 50,000 people every day. From August 15th to mid-December, every day in the year 2015. And this rally would have also an exhibition. Exhibition which talks about transformation, and also exhibition which talks about Swami Mitrananda's birth centenary year. So about his life, one side, we would have a video presentation and things like that, and one side on the 7 areas of transformation. So that would be a huge, huge trailers on which we'll have those exhibition vans and take this rally across and reach as many people. This is what we are aiming. And I'm very, very impressed to see so many people coming here today, and most eminent people, people who have transformed, who have contributed to transformation, being here, and your presence is so encouraging. And I'm sure we would work on this, and we would work by transforming ourselves first. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much.